Okay, so a question came up regarding the 3 boutique units about the oscillators and filters and how different do they actually sound. So I'm going to do this little demonstration to show you that they actually all have a very unique character and sound, because people keep saying, well, do I need all 3? Yeah, you do. So I have my EPS 16 Plus set up with 3 different MIDI channels so I can control the Juno, the JX, and the Jupiter. And I have each of the units set up on a square wave, a sawtooth wave with basically no other modulation at all, just an envelope to give you a little bit of a some sustain, some release. This is the Juno, just on a sawtooth wave. JX. And a JP. I do have the Jupiter unit set at a 12 dB filter because you could switch between 12 and 24, but I wanted it to match. So the other thing is that I actually have the bass rolled off just a little bit on the Juno. Because true to the original, and I just did that at the beginning so you could see how they sound a little bit similar. But when you pull the high pass filter all the way down on the Juno, you actually get some bass boost. So the Juno does have that bass boost that the original had. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I will do I'll put the resonance up about a third of the way on each one. And we'll sweep the filter. Let's put the resonance up about halfway. And we'll do it again. Sorry if my arm's in the way. There's quite a different character in the 3. I will note that the Jupiter is a little harder to sweep the filter because you have these small faders. Now, where things really get interesting is once you start putting the resonance up to about 3/4 of the way, and you start noticing quite a bit of difference in these 3 units. Juno's resonance, the Juno's filter seems to be quite different. You get those, as Nick Bat would say, sing-song harmonics. You don't get the same thing with the JX. It's a little smoother. The harmonics aren't quite as strong. You get a little smudge. Same with the JP. A little more squelchy. Now, when you put the resonance all the way up, here's your Jupiter. Some really cool spots right in there. Here's the JX. Still not quite as pronounced. But the Juno flat out turns into a whole different thing. When you start tracking the keyboard, the Juno really does some cool bell type stuff. So I'll put the keyboard tracking on a filter so that it opens up the further you go up the... And I'll actually put some envelope follow. LFO, sorry. So there's the Jupiter. Full resonance. Here is the JX with some envelope follow. And here's the Juno. Can't seem to get that same... Can't seem to get that same bell tone out of the other two. Especially with some chorus. Some chorus in the JX. And the JP doesn't have chorus, but it does have dual mode. So if you layer the patch on itself, anyway, there's a little bit of difference in the filters of the three units.